Hi, welcome back. Or if you're just joining, my name is Maya and welcome to my channel, Cranleyplace, where I'm posting content on scarf style, knot tutorials, and more. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to be notified of new videos, which I'm publishing weekly. I am on the road again. In this video, I'll share with you my wardrobe planning, scarf selection, and packing for an upcoming European business trip. I like to travel light, so you'll see how I plan enough outfits for the week that will fit in a single carry-on and personal item. Let's get started. Just a few lessons learned from past trips that I wanted to mention, especially if you saw my last video planning for a domestic business trip. First, things don't always go to plan. On my last trip, one day actually turned out much wetter and colder than expected. Fortunately, I only got mildly soaked on the way to the car and had other clothes to change into, but a raincoat would have been nice. But that's a hazard of packing light, and you just can't prepare for every eventuality. Sometimes I pack an umbrella, but every ounce counts, and things like an umbrella are usually one of the first that I peel off the packing list, especially since you have hotels willing to lend umbrellas, or I could really buy one if I needed. The other thing is that you have to be willing to re-wear things and or do some laundry. If you're not open to that, then likely you'll need more luggage than just a carry-on. So given that, let's talk about a few other considerations for this upcoming trip. Besides being purely business, I'm going to a climate that will have fall temperatures and potentially some rain. So as far as scarves, that means I'm looking at 90s and larger, silk and or cashmere. And clothes obviously will be a bit thicker and heavier, plus I'll have to have an outer coat of some sort. Once I arrive, I will rely mainly on public transportation, like subways and trains, so there will be a lot of walking overall, and that means comfortable shoes. Aside from that, I will be mainly indoors, and not knowing how hot or cold those environments may be, I plan to dress in layers so I can adapt appropriately. Finally, this is a 6-day trip, outbound on a Monday and a return flight on Saturday. If you saw my last packing video, you'll know that I have a uniform of sorts for travel days, basically a t-shirt, pants, a jacket of some kind, and shoes, plus a scarf. In this case, it'll be a giant triangle. Here's a look at my outbound travel day outfit. I have these black ponte ankle pants. These have a little bit of stretch and are very comfortable, which is important for what will be somewhere around a 12-hour flight for me. A long sleeve tee. While this is long sleeve, it is a very light cotton. I usually do get pretty cold on airplanes, but because I'll have 2 jackets, I want this base layer to be relatively lightweight. As far as jackets, for the flight, I'll do a bit of layering so I don't have to pack them. First is this black knit jacket, which works equally well with jeans as it does with a suit. The knit makes it feel like a sweater, and it's also incredibly wrinkle resistant, which makes it perfect for travel. Second, I'm bringing this short trench coat, which can double as a lap blanket when it gets really chilly at cruising altitude. Bonus points for being waterproof in case of any spills. It also has a hood, which will help me forego bringing an umbrella. My scarf, in this case, will be a cashmere giant triangle. This is called Zebra Pegasus by Alice Shirley. If you haven't seen my tutorial on how to tie giant triangles, be sure to check that out. You'll see a link here in the upper corner. For shoes, I'm wearing boots. These ones are Doc Martens, which are incredibly comfortable and highly effective when it comes to rainy weather. If you've ever had wet feet from walking in a storm, you know how miserable that is. I am a huge fan of Docs, which also look great with a variety of outfits. Now, admittedly, these aren't the easiest to get in and out of, but I do have TSA pre-check, so I shouldn't have to take these off for security screening. Plus, when I get on the plane, I'll loosen up the laces so they're not too constricting. Finally, I also plan to wear compression socks since, again, it will be about 12 hours in the air. My flight is effectively a red-eye, which will arrive at my destination in the early afternoon. With the major time zone change, I prefer to power through the jet lag and have scheduled some meetings not long after I arrive. So I plan a quick change at the hotel and then on to the office for meetings over lots of coffee. First, I have a pair of jeans. These two have a bit of stretch and I've worn before on flights. Next, a fresh shirt. This is a boat neck tee, which is by Nike. It's a stretch material, moisture wicking, and very lightweight. With its 3/4 sleeves and this neckline, it was right up my alley. Then I have this fringe knit jacket, which, like the other one I showed you, can be dressed either up or down. Obviously down in this case with jeans. For my scarf, I've chosen C'est la Fête Double Face 90 from the men's silk collection and plan to wear the colorful side. Then add the ducks, my raincoat, and I'm ready to go. Wednesday is partially a travel day followed by meetings, so a few hours by train to start the day, and then I'll be mostly indoors in an office environment. First, I have these twill ankle pants that I'll pair with a lightweight long sleeve shirt. My scarf for the day is this sunny yellow and orange scarf, Voyage en étoffe by Annie Fèvre. I'll top it with the knit jacket that I wore on Monday, plus the trench. As for shoes, I have some suede-looking loafers that are supposed to be waterproof. Granted, I have never worn them in a heavy downpour, but they are incredibly comfortable. Great for all the walking that I'll have to do. If it turns out to be wetter weather, however, I always have the boots. Thursday is a full day of meetings, and depending on the weather, I'll either walk or take public transit to the office. So for the day, I'll wear the black ponte pants plus a simple 3/4 sleeve shirt. I'll pair it with this lovely scarf, Pelage et Camouflage by Aline Honoré. This then will be topped off by the fringe knit jacket that you saw earlier. Remember what I said about repeating certain items. And for shoes, I'll use the same loafers as Wednesday. Then finally, I have the short trench as outerwear. And by the way, this olive color goes with everything, which is one of the reasons why I chose it in the first place. Friday, there are some team building activities planned, so it'll be more casual in terms of dress. Starting with another cotton long sleeve tee paired with jeans. For the scarf of the day, I've chosen this 90 cm carré from the Fall-Winter 2021 season called Duo Cosmique by Kohei Kayomori. If you haven't seen my review on that, check out the link in the upper corner here. I'll use my boxy knit jacket again, plus the hooded trench coat. Then I will wear the docks as footwear. I can't tell you enough how comfortable they are. Saturday will be a long travel day home back to the States, so back to my formula outfit as well. Starting with the twill ankle pants that I wore earlier in the week. There's another long sleeve boat neck tee. This is the same style that you saw earlier in the week, just a different color by Nike. It is white, but I'll take my chances at spills based on how comfortable it is. For jackets, I'll rewear the black fringe knit jacket plus the trench. Then for the scarf, I will cheat and rewear the double-faced C'est la Fête by Dusky No More that I'd planned for Tuesday, except this time wearing the monochromatic side, which is this very chic gray. And for shoes, the Doc Martens again because they are huge and I really don't want to stuff them in the suitcase. Although if push came to shove, I could just wear the loafers, and I'm sure you know the trick to stuff other clothes inside of bulky items like the boots, right? Especially with dirty laundry, it really doesn't matter, and this is a nice space-saving trick that not only keeps your boot shape, but somewhat compensates for all the room that they consume in your carry-on. And again, I'll wear compression socks since I have a long day ahead in the air. All right, for this trip, what exactly is going in my carry-on and personal item? I obviously don't have to worry about the travel day outfit. That's a pair of pants, a tee, knit jacket, short trench coat, scarf, and boots. Here's what I have to pack. 2 pairs of pants, the jeans and the twill ankle pants, 5 shirts, 2 pairs of shoes, my loafers, plus a pair of flip-flops for around the hotel room, PJs, undies, tights, and socks, toiletries, makeup, and a hairbrush. I will also put my laptop and power cord in a larger bag, especially since the outbound flight is a red-eye. I plan to sleep as much as possible. And not to be forgotten, a European power adapter. Then, for my personal item, there is my small miscellaneous bag with things like my AirPods, charging cables, power bank, etc. I also take sanitizing wipes, hand sanitizer, N95 masks, and a facial spray. Then my iPad and noise-canceling headphones. I also have a slightly larger handbag this time for ID, cards, money, keys, cell phone, etc., which will nest inside my personal item bag while I'm on the plane anyways. Then there's my collapsible water bottle, a small plastic bag for trash, and some snacks. While there will be food, of course, served on the plane, I prefer to have my own options if I'm feeling hungry, so I can eat on my own terms. If you saw my last packing video, you'll know that I usually put the scarves in plastic Ziploc bags in case of any makeup or lotion mishaps in the luggage. And I will share that on my last trip, there was a tube of sunblock that burst open in my luggage. Fortunately, it was in the front pocket, so the mess was somewhat contained, and what a relief that it didn't get on anything else. By the way, that's something that I forgot to mention last time. All of my toiletry liquids and lotions in the clear case usually travel in front of my spinner in a separate pocket. First, in case of any spills like this, and second, if I need to pull it out for security screening. I usually don't have to since I have TSA pre-check, but just in case, you never know. Everything else pretty much goes into packing cubes except for the toiletries and makeup, which have their own cases. I did want to try some compression packing cubes, especially since packing summer clothes is very different volume-wise than prepping for fall or winter weather. So far, so good. I will let you know how they turned out. Then, my shoes, double bagged, first in plastic, then into shoe bags. And that's it for this trip. So 1 carry-on and a personal item. And just for fun, I put the garden party tote inside the suitcase to see if I could still fit everything. And yes, it did. So if I wanted to pare down the personal item even more, I could just carry my crossbody Alma BB and tuck everything else into the spinner. We'll see. I do plan to pass by the duty-free shops on the way home, so I might need the extra room. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So there you have it. My scarf selection, outfit planning, and how I pack for an upcoming week-long European business trip. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and let me know what you think in the comments. In future episodes, I'll share other scarf reviews, not tutorials, and more, so be sure to subscribe to be notified of new videos. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time!